housing market is still going up, so when it comes down, are we heading for a repeat of 2008? Well, to tell us more is Miss Valleywide Realtor, Claudia Jorgensen. How are you today?
Pretty good, thank you so much.
So yeah, you know, we've been seeing them go up. Will they come down? Are they coming down? And if they do, are we going to see a repeat of 2008? And that's something you want to talk about, because what we're really seeing here is inventory problems, right?
Right, that is right. So the reason why I don't think it's going to be a repeat is because back then there was a lot of predatory lending. So you had the interest-only loans, right? And so that is what made the housing bubble. Nowadays, it's inventory, like you just mentioned. There is very high demand and very low supply. And so because of that reason, people are just not finding a home. And that's why I don't think that 2008 is going to be a repeat.
Yeah. And that's why people are stopping by Stunning Home Realty to talk with you, because they need to know about selling their house right now.
Correct.
And we were talking before we came in, and you're saying sell. Don't worry about fixing it up or anything. Sell right now, and that's because it's a buyer's market, right?
It's a seller's market.
Seller's market. I'm sorry, seller's market.
Yeah, it's okay. No, it's a seller's market. So right now, definitely is a good time to sell. You will have no issues finding a buyer. Just be very educated on how you list your house, right? You don't want to overprice it. It'll sit. But right now, obviously, buyers are willing to pay, and that's why the prices are increasing, because buyers are willing to pay.
I like that. Okay, so I'm going to sell the house, but there's no inventory. What do I do?
So right now, sellers market, they are letting the buyers know that, hey, I'm going to sell your house to you, but I need 60 to 90 days to find me a house. I will stay in my house until I find one. So that's what we're doing right now.
Yeah, and a lot of actually people are doing that more and more, as we see, or we're noticing new builds are going up.
Right.
So that's pretty nice where the new builds are up. So, but let me ask you, I sold the house, I put the money into a new build, but that's not going to be ready in 90 days the way that the construction's going. So do you work again with them about that?
I absolutely do. So if that is the case, what we do is either find you a place. Most of my sellers are like, well, I'll go back to living with mom for a few months. So let's just say that the time expires, the 90 days are up, and they need to move out of their home. So after that, you know, the new build's going to be ready in another 2 or 3 months. Then they, you know, they relocate to their parents' house. We find them a rental for 2 or 3 months. So that's been the case, yeah.
Yeah, they can even be renting the house that they're staying in too, because
Exactly.
sometimes they want to work that way with construction. Okay, you said no need to fix up, because I will say there's a list to get on a list, to get on another list, to get your construction permits and stuff. So kind of like waiting around to do an upgrade to the house is not very smart right now, right?
Not really, not really. I wouldn't say. If anything you need to upgrade, I would just say paint, clean it up, declutter. Those are the main points that people look at when they're looking at houses. That's more appealing to them. I wouldn't say go and you know, redo the entire bathroom, redo your entire kitchen if you're going to sell it, because right now there's really not a need for that. Buyers just need a place to live.
Yeah.
And they're coming in from everywhere. So, right, so you don't need to spend a lot of money to make your house look appealing for a buyer.
That's very smart. And you said it's growing all over. Where are you starting to see people go? Where are you starting to see the housing market boom here in the Arizona area?
It is East Valley. It is West Valley. The west side is really booming with new builds, resales, obviously. In the East Valley, I'm going to say Queen Creek, Santan area is really booming.
Wow, that far out.
Mm-hmm. It is. It is. There's new builds all the way up to Florence.
Wow.
Right, and I have people looking out there.
Yeah, and I know Apache Junction's booming, because we're starting to see businesses that we have on the show are expanding that way.
True.
And again, we're having more companies come in here kind of quietly. It's kind of interesting, and they're actually having their offices out in the East Valley, which is kind of neat. I mean, Google, Nike,
Right.
Intel, all these people are starting to be out that way, so that's why we're seeing the boom that way.
Right,
So,
exactly.
wow, okay. Where can people find more about, of course, your consulting and about Stunning Homes?
Visit our website, ClaudiaJorgensen.com, and Instagram, Miss Valleywide Realtor, and on Facebook, Claudia Jorgensen.
There you go. Thank you, Claudia, for coming in.
Thank you.
So, all right, there you go. The housing market looks like it's still on the rise. So come on back. We got more of the mix after this.